This is Frank Islam, Chairman and CEO of FY Investment Group, and your host of Washington Calling, where we interview leading voices from business, from politics, from journalism, and topics that impact you, the viewer. Today, we have a distinguished guest. His name is Mateen Haider. He's a journalist, anchor, and political analyst. He appears regularly in Pakistani, Indian, and global TV networks. He specializes in foreign affairs, defense, and security issues. Thank you, Mateen, for coming to our show, and welcome to our show.
My pleasure.
As you know, Pakistan had an election whose results were quite different, but was widely anticipated. Do you think the new government under Shahbaz Sharif will be able to end months of political uncertainty and resolve the current economic crisis? Do you think the election was fair and free? Do you think the economic crisis is a collapse of the economy in Pakistan? Do you think they have to restructure the debt? Do you think that the Nawaz Sharif will pull the string and he will have the power rather than Shahbaz Sharif, his brother? So shed some light on it. And do you think that it sounds like what we hear from the people that the Imran Khan's party won rather than Muslim League won? So shed some bright light on these things so we can talk.
Okay, so thank you so much. In one question, you have asked more than 5 questions, so I will one by one definitely answer. So one thing that you asked about long political uncertainty that gripped Pakistan, indeed, that's true. But now, definitely, this uncertainty should come to an end after peaceful transition of this democratic process from caretaker government to a regular government. Right, although there have been many doubts, although there have been many accusations, many allegations over how elections were conducted, but I will also respond to that. But first, of course, we have to admit and see that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, despite these all challenges and everything, has been able to secure more than 95 seats in the National Assembly of Pakistan. And today, PTI, despite all challenges, despite all hurdles, all obstacles, legal battles, and whatever it has secured a majority in one of Pakistan's province, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and it has installed its government. I mean, through a proper and Khan, while in the jail, is still giving directives, still being consulted by party leadership. And when we are talking a couple of hours before, the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Amin Gandapur, held meeting with the former Prime Minister Imran Khan in the jail, got instructions from him that who should be in the provincial cabinet. So, despite these all things, Khan is politically active, although he's in the prison. And as far as uncertainty in at least KP province should come to an end. And I would like to share it is very timely interaction with you. Yesterday, the Corps commanders of Pakistan Army met, and I'm sharing now information on the record. First time Pakistan's Army Corps commanders meeting that in their top three they met, an official statement they issued. They said if anyone has any reservation about elections or about any alleged role of army in rigging or anything, legal forums are available. Any victim or any complainant should move to the court of law, right, to approach the election tribunals, to move to the Islamabad High Court, to move Supreme Court of Pakistan. And according to Inter-Services Public Relations, which is the media wing of the Armed Forces of Pakistan, they made it clear that military had nothing to do with anything which is being alleged. This is first time after election that Pakistan Army has opened the allegations of the alleged allegations of these rigging and military's role and everything, and made it clear that military has no connection, no involvement, or nothing like that.
Okay.
Now, coming to your another point that whether elections were held free and fair, I will say that PTI will not accept this, that if elections were not held free and fair, how PTI got 100 seats now, how PTI won in KP province. This might be very hard to digest by the pro PTI supporters, this fact, and this fact will not be digested by them. They secured more than 90 seats. They are in majority in KP province. So where do PTI stand? Why PTI doesn't speak about that? What happened in KP province? Where there is very tiny, very minor opposition in KP Assembly. They have more than 100 seats in KP Assembly. So what PTI should say about that, whether those who won, they
Okay.
also won it through rigging. So although I will say that there have been complaints, I will say there have been complaints, there have been tampering of Form 45, that is initial form of compilation of results. I will not completely say that these type of complaints or these type of issues didn't take place, but these issues did take place in some of the constituencies, right? But despite that, again repeating, the PTI has to accept that PMLN didn't secure that majority which PTI got it, even in the National Assembly of Pakistan. There was split mandate. PPP stood nearly around 60. Yes, and actually, let me conclude by saying this that the current government, which is coalition government now, I was saying that the current prime minister is supported by MQM Pakistan, Balochistan Awami Party, and then Pakistan People's Party. But despite this all coalition arrangement, the present government will continue to face one of the biggest challenges. And on the top is not the economy, on the top is that how this government will survive, because the government headed by Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is completely dependent on Pakistan People's Party support. Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, which is headed by Mr. Shahbaz Sharif himself, and he's the Prime Minister. If he had any bad relations with Pakistan People's Party, or if on any issue the relations are disturbed with Pakistan People's Party, so it may take a few days in the toppling of his government. So, although the elections took place, the parliament is incomplete, but political instability will continue. And the second biggest challenge is that within the National Assembly, this government is facing a very strong opposition by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. We have seen it on the first day when the National Assembly met, and new members of the National Assembly took oath, and later on last Sunday, when Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was elected as leader of the House, as Prime Minister of Pakistan, right? So there was chaos, there was rumpus, there was disorder in the National Assembly, and that Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif truly realizes that he would continue to face stiff opposition by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf within the National Assembly. So it's not in a position of 20, 30, 40, 50, or 70 lawmakers. It's more than 100 lawmakers. So who will continue to give toughest time.
Okay.
And the fourth biggest challenge is that this present government will be unable to do even a simple legislation because it doesn't have a simple majority.
Okay.
So any legal amendment, any constitutional amendment cannot be done in the National Assembly of Pakistan because they don't have that simple majority to get through any legal amendment, to introduce any new law, or to make amendment in any law, or to make any constitutional amendment. So the next biggest challenge would be the getting the federal budget passed, which is expected to be tabled in the month of June. So although the government is there, but it will be unable to deliver the commitments, promises, which it has given to the people because the government is weak. The government is coalition one, strongest opposition is there. And after that, now the upper house of the parliament, Senate elections are also expected. And on the 9th of this month, on 9th of March, presidential elections are also taking place. And it has already been decided that PPP co-chairman, Pakistan People's Party co-chairman, former President Asif Ali Zardari, would be the next president of Pakistan. So, according to the current seat and numerics and the number of seats in the provincial assemblies, in the Senate, and in the National Assembly, Zardari enjoys complete support. He's going to be the next president of Pakistan, although the president position after 18th constitutional amendment in Pakistani constitution is ceremonial one, but the person who sits in the presidency is most politically stable, well-connected, and powerful person.
You're right.
So
You're
PPP
absolutely
is
right.
returning into power. Exactly, Pakistan People's Party is returning into power once again after 10 years. In 2013, the PPP term ended, and now it is 2024, almost 10 and a half years. Of 10 and a half years now, Pakistan People's Party, although in the same, they are continuously coming back, and they are continuously having the government in the province of since fourth consecutive time. So, but the challenges I've told you, political challenges within the National Assembly, it will be very difficult for the present government to deliver anything.
Okay,
So
let's
when it
let's
will
uh,
be failed to deliver any,
let's
yes.
change the subject to the Pakistan and had a very close relationship with the United States. It looks like the ties have cooled, as you know. How do you see the trajectory of Pakistan-US ties post-election, and do you see the ties suffering because of Pakistan's close tie with China? Do you think that the partnership of Pakistan and United States is based on, founded on shared values, shared interest, and commitment to democracy?
This is very, very important question you have asked. And of course, this Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, and its former Prime Minister, Mr. Nawaz Sharif, is known for having soft corner for India, and he did his best to normalize ties. And when he invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi on his return from Kabul to Lahore, all
That
of
is
a
correct.
sudden
That is correct.
that shocked everyone. So currently, I will just focus on Pakistan's relation with China, with India, and with the US. Now, with coming to the first relations with the United States, United States and India enjoy very close ties, and United States have conveyed a message to Pakistan that get closer with India, improve ties with India. Currently, Pakistan and India doesn't have full diplomatic strength relations. The both Pakistan embassy in New Delhi and Indian High Commission in Islamabad are looked after by Charge Affairs. So first attempt would be that there should be restoration of full diplomatic ties. And in that backdrop, the greeting message from Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is a significant one. Although it was a brief message that I congratulate Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif on assuming the office of the Prime Minister. This shows this greeting message on the social media platform X. This, although brief, but it shows that India is desirous of having normal ties with
With
Pakistan. And
and
of
India.
course, if Pakistan wished exactly with India and Pakistan exactly
Okay.
with India. So, and the United States definitely pushes that particular thing. Now, it would be indeed a big challenge for this new government how to initiate, how to respond to definitely Indian Prime Minister's meeting. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has not responded to this meeting message. Now, coming to this China. So, of course, the Pakistan's China relations are very strong, and Pakistan's civil military leadership is on one page as far as ties with China are concerned. And but this relationship with China, Islamabad-Beijing ties, suffered during Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI), headed by the then Prime Minister Imran Khan. And it is on record that Prime Minister compromised this relationship. Right, the then Prime Minister Imran Khan compromised the relationship between Islamabad and Beijing. Beijing was unhappy on certain actions. So this China-Pakistan economic corridor was virtually closed during the tenure of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. So they will be, it will be definitely in the before the caretaker government came. The last government was Pakistan Democratic Movement, again headed by Mr. Shahbaz Sharif. During that 16 months of that government, That government then normalized ties and got restored CPAC and Pakistan-China cooperation and everything. At the same time, the government tried its level best to normalize ties with Washington. So, in the Pakistan Democratic Movement government, Foreign Minister was Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. In 16 months, he made more than 10 visits to United States of America in different capacities, even in Biden's breakfast, and then in the United Nations General Assembly on the sidelines. He met Secretary Blinken more than 3 times at different places. And then there was also a special event marking 75th anniversary of Pakistan-United
Yes.
States relations in 2022 in October, in the first or second of October in Washington, and that also showed that the both countries are desirous of repairing that damaged ties,
Relations. Okay.
that damage which was given during Imran Khan in the shape of most controversial cipher. So the biggest blunder committed by the yes, the biggest blunder committed by the then Prime Minister Imran Khan was this cipher. He used this cipher issue right for his personal projection to make his definitely his popularity, which was going down,
So
to improve
let's
his
change the
popularity figure.
subject.
And
You see a
yes,
brighter horizon in terms of relationship with India as well as United States. You think there's going to be a close relationship between the two countries, India as well as United States?
yes, during this tenure, because Pakistan People's Party also believes that
Okay,
relations with India should be better, should be stronger. There is an enormous, huge opportunity of trade and economic ties
that's what I thought.
between Pakistan and India. And other than trade and economic ties, the people of both nations wish to
So
talk to
people to
each other
people.
the way
Okay.
it used to happen from 2008 and 9, 10, and until 13. There used to be a lot of exchanges of visits, people to people contact, media diplomacy, cultural diplomacy, and political diplomacy was at its peak. So we have seen these all activities suspended between India and Pakistan over the last 10 years.
Okay.
So other
So
than trade,
this is gonna be
normalization
a
of
new
ties,
beginning.
dialogue, which is much awaited, that dialogue should take place between India and Pakistan. People to people contact,
That
ties, and
makes a lot
these
of
all
sense.
things
Okay.
should be restored. For that purpose, both countries should speak from the heart and the grudges should be removed, right? So, because one thing I would like to say that the biggest economic market is within the region. Pakistan is not supposed to seek any most favorite nation status, this GSP plus status from Europe. If they try, if the trade and economic ties are improved with Central Asia, with Afghanistan, with Iran, with India, and with the China. This is the biggest region where if the
That is
ties and
true. That is
relations are
true.
improved, then both countries can benefit hugely from each other, really.
I'm
India
with
is
you
also a huge
100%.
market. Pakistan is also a, so I would like to conclude on this account that, of course, Pakistan would also like to, Pakistan would never lose its good relationship with Washington because despite Pakistan makes heavy military procurement from Beijing's defense market or China's defense market, America still have allowed influence on economics. IMF is there, World Bank is there,
Right.
Financial Action Task Force, although it is based in Paris, but United States have strong influence on the international financial institution. And in the month we are talking now, another review of Pakistan IMF review package would be definitely negotiated. So it's all green signal from an American
Very
leadership. If
nice.
there will
Yeah.
be a signal, green signal, this program will be finalized. And we hope so that the Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, after getting briefing from the Foreign Ministry on foreign
So
affairs, because there
who's the
is
foreign
supposed to be a
minister of
foreign
the
minister,
who's the foreign
it's yet
minister
to
of the
be,
team?
cabinet is yet to be announced.
Okay.
Cabinet
Let's
is yet to be announced.
let's change the
And
subject
it
to
will be
the
now announced after the presidential elections,
okay.
right? The cabinet will be sworn in by the next president, and the next president is, as I said, expected Mr. Asif Ali Zardari. And according to initial reports, former Finance Minister Mr. Senator Ishaq Dar is expected to be the foreign minister in the new cabinet. This is significant one. How it is significant? Because by induction of Mr. Ishaq Dar as a foreign minister, foreign policy will be in the direct control of Mia Nawaz Sharif sir. Although his brother is prime minister, but Ishaq Dar means Nawaz Sharif, and which is why now he has not been given the finance ministry. The finance ministry would be looked after by, amazingly, this time a decision has come that the president of a private bank, HPL, Habib Bank Limited, Mr. Aurangzeb, he's going to be the advisor to the prime minister on finance. And Dr. Musaddiq Malik, who is another PMNN leader, he is also expected to be the finance minister because he's sitting senator, so, a sitting senator who is a member of parliament could be a finance minister, and the Shamshad Akhtar, who was finance minister in the caretaker government, would continue her job as a special assistant to PM or maybe as an advisor to the prime minister. So, this is now the new things that if Ishaq Dar is the foreign minister, then that means in the first 3 months, the things that you have mentioned, ties with India, ties with China, and ties with United States will be the top priority of this present government. It is as serious and biggest issue as the economy because foreign policy, Pakistan faces very serious foreign policy
I
challenges. As you
agree. I'm with
mentioned, I
you.
will completely agree with you that balancing relations between Beijing and Washington would be a big challenge for this Shabazz
Yeah,
Sharif
yeah.
government.
I want to change the subject and talk about the Pakistani diaspora. How do you see the role of the Pakistani diaspora in US in helping the country or even forging a diaspora South Asian unity? Do you think the Pakistan diaspora has a character, capacity, and a competence to
Yes,
as
this
we
again,
move forward with
yes.
the Pakistan because they can help you in the healthcare, innovation, entrepreneurship. They can help you in philanthropic activity. They can help you with the with creating a new job, creating a new company. And also, do you believe that they have a unique role to play, just like the Indians do in the United States, the Pakistani diaspora, not just in the United States, but everywhere in the world? Can you shed
Yes,
some light
Mr.
on it?
Frank, yes, this is again very important question, and I would like to say the Pakistani diaspora, although it is not as big as the Indian diaspora,
Yeah, yeah.
but despite this, Pakistani diaspora is very strong. Number one, politically, and number two, through definitely this business and trade and their particular political position across United States. We see Pakistani origin Americans are holding political positions. Somewhere they are mayors, somewhere they are in the state assemblies,
Yeah,
and of course, other than this, they are also enjoying significant bureaucratic positions in Washington D.C. Now, coming to this particular thing that whether they will be able to connect, they have influence like this APNA, this Association of Pakistani Physicians of North America. They have a political
right,
action
right.
committee, PSC. That committee is very powerful, and we have seen this committee in the past used to lobby for Pakistan. So we expect that these powerful Pakistanis. And in just a couple of months before, when Pakistan's Army Chief General Asim Munir was in Washington, along with the Spy Master DG of Inter-Services Intelligence, Lieutenant General Nadeem Anjum, both interacted with Pakistani diaspora in Pakistan Embassy in Washington. And there have been very influential, very prominent business background people, and including one Pakistani who was having a business in information technology, donated more than $7-8 million for the NUS University in Islamabad. So you are very right. I will agree with you that this diaspora need to definitely invest in Pakistan at a time when Pakistan need investment. But one very important thing, where during our interactions off and on, wherever we used to be in Washington, this diaspora's confidence should be rebuilt and restored on Pakistan. because usually when somebody comes from an American background system and land in Pakistan, so they are usually dodged, they are usually deceived, and we have seen in the past many such reports that some of those Pakistanis faced serious issues and problems, and some of them even lost money. So there, and this is what the Pakistani leadership used to assure them that your investment would be safe. For that purpose, a new institution in Pakistan, a special investment facilitation council, has been set up. Although it is completely military backed, but it is focusing on minerals, exploration of oil and gas, and information technology. In these two areas, information technology and oil and gas and mineral exploration, if you look into the Chawi Mountains, are the mountains from Quetta till Gwadar, trillions of dollars minerals are there in the mountains, and one estimate was made that it's more than $6 trillion,
Wow.
different type of minerals. Right. So, but for that purpose, if we have to get that $6 trillion, we need some investment. Right. We don't have that. Pakistan doesn't have that capacity or
Right.
technology and these all things. And Pakistani diaspora, they will be investing, as you mentioned, healthcare, information technology,
Right.
and in different sectors. They need protection. The biggest issue is
That's a good
protection
point.
to their capital. And if the protection is given, one window operation is there, investment friendly policies are there, and of course, at the bottom level, it's obvious, it's not secret. This happens in many countries, but of course, the investors are protected. What happens? That is the corruption, right?
Yes.
Kickbacks, commissions, and corruptions. This worries the business persons, Pakistani origin business persons in United States, and we hope so that the current government needs to give an assurance to these billionaire Pakistanis who are a source for connecting Pakistan with the United States,
That's a very
and
well
of
said.
course a bridge between Pakistan and US. But they need definitely, and they're worried. As you previously talked, they're always worried about the future of Pakistan. So they need to be encouraged to come and invest in Pakistan, although some of them, like Mr. Gori, who is based in Silicon, right? So and likewise many other leaders and the business people, they have opened up some businesses in Pakistan. But again, protection should be given to them, security of their investment and these all things. And if this is done, diaspora can help Pakistan in overcoming the current economic and political challenges, and it can
Very well
bring
said.
also Pakistan close to the US administration.
So they are uniquely positioned to take India to the next height, or to take Pakistan to the next height.
Yes.
Let me
Both,
change.
I will just say that, of course, whatever are the issues with India that needs to be resolved,
Right.
or even at least dialogue should be open so that India and Pakistan need to sit together, remove grudges, remove misunderstanding. But before dialogue take place and before this current government makes any significant initiative or move to invite Modi, but the Indian Prime Minister Modi has to remember that it has to give certain concessions to Pakistan, particularly vis-a-vis 5th August 2019 actions, unilateral actions on Jammu and Kashmir, which was in complete violation of the UN Security Council. And India has unilaterally changed the status of the Jammu and Kashmir. So it has to give certain concessions. Without concessions, dialogue cannot be open. And of course, as I said, Mia Nawaz Sharif is also desirous of normalizing ties with India. Of course, diaspora can also play a role. But
Right.
for that purpose, India has recently, we have seen when Bilawal Bhutto Zardari went to Goa, India, in Shanghai Cooperation Organization Foreign Ministers Conference. The moment he left Goa, India, the J. Shankar, Indian External Affairs Minister, the remarks which were not justified, which were unwarranted, right? So India needs to change its tone and tenor towards Pakistan so that confidence could be restored. Without restoring the confidence, so it would be very difficult for India and Pakistan to sit together. confidence building measures need to be initiated at the first stage.
So let me change my subject. The Pakistani youth have no memory of partition, and they want to engage people-to-people relationship with India and other countries as well. And Pakistani youth form about, as I understand, 44% of the voting bloc under age 35. What your thoughts on Pakistan youth is?
I agree with you that Pakistan's human resource is its youth really, and this youth is exactly it's the only human resource Pakistan has, the youth, and these all youths currently they are the of course more than 90% they are supporters of PTI and Imran Khan.
That's what I thought.
So but as you said, exactly, as you said that they have short memories. They may not remember what happened in 1947. Of course, India and Pakistan's partition took place, and then we have to talk again 1971 when Pakistan was dismembered. So this youth need to be engaged positively. Youth can play a very positive role. There are millions of Pakistani youth who are using social media tools and who are projecting themselves. They are indulged in different type of businesses through social media. This youth could be engaged positively. And same is the Indian youth. Indian youth is also far ahead as far as use of social media and these digital technologies are concerned. So both could be positively engaged, right, in developing and projecting people to people context, right? And a better image, whatever is the image that has been portrayed by the Indian media or Indian social media about Pakistan, that needs to be shunned, that needs to be edited, and a positive picture of each other needs to be shared with them through social media, through these TikTok short stories. They needs to be made and shared with each other so that the youth on the both sides, right? If we have to move forward, I mean India and Pakistan, likewise in 2010, 11, and 12, there was no space in Lahore hotels really. There
Right,
was used to be so many Indian delegations, believe
right,
you me.
right.
And outside India, wherever I've gone, I've gone to Australia, to the Europe, to the different countries. Those loving the Indians who love Pakistan, they said one day we would like to see your city, Lahore, really, and the Lahori food streets and these all. Same as in Pakistan, those who migrated from India, they wish to see their old places, their havelis, their homes,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
their relatives, both in Jammu and Kashmir and also in different parts. Still, people in different parts of India and Pakistan, their relatives, they are still connected.
Yes, yes.
Visa restrictions are very tough. If visa restrictions on the both side, on India and on Pakistan, are relaxed, then at least people to people tourism could be initiated. That will remove misunderstanding and that could lead to the normalization of the political ties as well, which is the need of the hour.
I agree. I think it's important to live together, to breathe together, to make sure that you
Exactly.
can take it to the next level. Thank you, Mateen, for very much for your interview, and thank you for watching. This is Frank Islam wishing you a great week.